My name's Rhonda Powell. I'm a lecturer in the School of Law at the University of Canterbury, and I'm the course coordinator for Laws 101. This course hasn't had a big online presence until 2015, and I would still say it doesn't have a huge online presence yet, but it certainly has a lot more now. The ways we use e-learning now, we of course have our Learn page, which we use for giving notices to students, and sometimes they communicate back with us via the Learn page. We use it for posting information, lecture slides and handouts related to the course. We record attendance at the tutorials, and it's the first time we've done this in 2015. We trialled this year online submission of tutorial assignments. The tutors then have the choice of whether they mark through Learn or download and make comments on the document electronically and then upload the comments, or whether they print it and take it and hand them back in the tutorial. And that's in a way a pedagogical choice, because some tutors like the students to have their assignments in front of them during the tutorials and others don't. So there's quite a lot of flexibility for providing feedback this way. But we require all of the tutors, whether or not they have online submission for their groups, to record the grades in Learn, and that provides both feedback for me on how well everybody's doing, but also the students can log on and see how well they're doing. And I think that, creating a feedback loop is important in terms of encouraging student engagement. The third thing we do is online quizzes. This course is largely skill-based, which is why we require the tutorial assignments, but parts of the course are knowledge-based, where we need the students to learn the nuts and the bolts of the legal system. They're worth 5% each, but the students are allowed as many attempts as they like. And once they get 100% in the quiz, they get the 5% grade. So if they, we want them to persist, to keep trying until they get 100%. And it's been really exciting because I can see from the data on Learn which student has had how many attempts to get it right. And it was really pleasing just to see that the students persisted to keep trying until they got it right. And so this in itself is a learning exercise. Completing the quiz is, I hope, encouraging them to engage with the material that's being tested in the quiz. The biggest challenge was probably setting it up to start with, and we had excellent support, I would say, from our flexible learning advisor, who helped hold our hand as we became familiar with the software. And I would say that we're still learning. But now that we've done it 1 year, it'll be much easier for me to roll it out again next year without having to do so much work. The second thing was probably that, there's a large number of staff involved in this course. We have 7 lecturing staff, and we have about 10 tutors. They're not necessarily inclined to work in this sort of way. So what we did was we developed, again with the help of our flexible learning advisor, quite a lovely clear handout explaining to them what to do and how to do it using pictures. We also ran a training session for the tutors to walk them through the steps they would need to take to use Learn in the ways we were asking them to use it. And we were actually pleased, or at least I was pleased, how many chose to give it a go. And it'll be interesting to see whether next year some more of them choose to try it. One piece of feedback that interested me was that some students, not all of them, some students actually like the ritual of handing in a piece of paper and putting it in a box. And I thought that was actually quite sweet. On the other hand, I don't know that they like that ritual enough to overcome the fact that they've got to spend the time coming in when somebody else didn't. For us, and seeing how the students are going, it's very helpful. It's just an information, and the information's there in a way it wouldn't be if we were just working with documents. Secondly, for tutors, those people who work off campus, it means they don't have to come in, collect a pile of paper and take them home to mark. Because we have tutors who work in the community, it does enable them to save a little bit of time if they want to. For students, again, I think the convenient factor is one, but I also think that our students these days are used to working electronically, and it's good to to respond to that and to try and provide a form of teaching which which they're accustomed to. I was really enthusiastic to try using e-learning in this course, but there were I think some conceptual obstacles for people, because almost overcoming the idea of it to work through, and it's been really great seeing how willing other staff members were to give it a go on a trial basis, and how they, they found it not as bad as they thought it might have been, and actually are seeing the benefits. So I think it's inevitable that there will be a little bit of resistance. There's always resistance to change. The key is, of course, to find a pedagogical reason for doing it.